This your boy DJ Akademiks, and now one of my favorite characters in the war in Chirac, none other than the Chirac demon himself. The Negro who looks like fucking Chucky, along with Lucifer, did a fucking fusion and combined into a human body. Now I'm talking about Fredo Santana, and Fredo Santana took to Twitter to say to Chief Keef, he said, listen, Chief Keef, how about you tell Interscope to let me buy that contract off them? I'll sign you to Savage Squad Records. Now, one of the reasons why Fredo Santana is one of my favorite savages within the war in Chirac is because, to me, it seems, and I could be wrong, but it seems that he keeps to himself. He's not constantly engaging in fuckery, which includes Twitter beefing, which includes incriminating himself in other people murders or other crimes that police are looking for the answers to. So he's one of my fucking favorite savages. However, he has a demonic look to him that says, don't fuck around with the Chirac demon. Now, he's saying that he wants to sign Chief Keef to Savage Squad Records after Chief Keef reportedly got dropped from Interscope. Now, Interscope had signed Chief Keef to a deal that was worth $6 million. And I've told y'all before, the $6 million, I mean, it's not only the $6 million, and you know what though? And I got to give a big shout out to, I was really chopping it up with my homie Charlemagne about this. And we were talking about contracts in general. We were talking about T.I. really. And this kind of came up. But he's like, yo, the $6 million contract for fucking Chief Keef is really the whole album budget. When we hear $6 million, we automatically think, or some people automatically think, that he gets $6 million. Now, I've always thought of a record label, or a record deal actually, like a fucking NFL contract, which means, yes, it says $6 million. However, if you're wondering how much the artist is going to take home, we got to think about this. Number one, they're usually only financing probably the first album guaranteed. They're going to definitely put an album out, usually, right? After that, it has to meet a certain amount for them, and it has clauses within that contract for them to even release another album, or they could probably drop the whole contract, right? So $6 million is the total investment. Is the artist walking away with $6 million? Absolutely not. That covers recording costs, advances, and advances usually way less than the whole fucking deal. Video costs, other maintenance, other fees that come along with promoting and distributing an album. So $6 million is the total cost. So Chief Keef wasn't getting $6 million. However, you can make your money in other ways, and you then have a brand because that amount of money is now being invested in you. If you are smart, you build a brand elsewhere. Now, Chief Keef being dropped out of that deal doesn't mean that he's fucking broke. He has other ventures that he could still live comfortably on. However, is he still worth over $5 million? Probably not, right? He doesn't own, well, good thing for him, he doesn't own any homes. He's rented most of the homes, so he's not really spending that money. But does he own over $5 million in equity, cash on hand? Probably not. However, Fredo Santana saying he will buy out the deal from Interscope. I will say, number one, I think he's playing around. Number two, it probably won't happen because that's not how shit goes. And who knows exactly what the terms of them dropping him, quote unquote, is. Maybe they dropped him and now he's completely free, or maybe they're just basically dropping their obligations from releasing further shit of him, but they're kind of keeping him on the hook to see if any other label is interested in him. They have to pay Interscope for him to completely get free for all his previous masters and also for the rights for his other future albums. Which means it'd probably be, if they invested $6 million, right? It'd probably be a couple million. Now, are we saying that Savage Squad Records is going to invest a couple million for Chief Keef? Nah, I'm not going to say that. So, in theory, it's good. But in reality, most of these rappers, what they really wanted after they got a name is to be independent. We see these rappers are doing it. A lot of rappers have done it successfully. I was surprised when Mac Miller signed that $10 million deal, but he was doing the independent route successfully for a long time. Is it stressful? It's fucking stressful as hell. You have to be organized. You have to be on your shit. There's nobody picking up the mess you left. You have to be completely organized. So do I think Chief Keef could do it? Absolutely. Do I think he signed to Savage Squad Records? Absolutely not. And now people are saying, well, he signed to Gucci. There is no proof that he signed to Gucci, especially when he exclusively signed to Interscope. Interscope didn't do any fucking deal with Gucci, man. Maybe he has some management deal with Gucci Mane. Maybe he has some type of branding deal with Gucci Mane. But a record deal with Gucci Mane? There is no indication that Chief Keef has that. So the whole thing about him signing allegedly to Savage Squad Records, or people saying he would, is really all propaganda at this point. Really, everybody's just really trying to make sure that Chief Keef career goes on, because a lot of people have been in a fucking frenzy, like, oh my God, now he's dropped, he's completely done. No, you could run an independent career. A lot of people have done it, but are you equipped to do it? And do you have the work ethic? And are you willing to put in the work necessary to maintain it? So we'll see. He's not signing to fucking Fredo Santana. Fredo Santana is his artist. Makes no fucking sense. No, it's not happening. However, in most likelihood, if he's smart, he'll get together with Lil Reese and also Fredo Santana. These guys have a name. They're in a crew. GBE, 300, whatever you want to call it, Glow Gang. And they got to come together and they got to put out good material. They got to really focus, and they got to build their brand up that either they could live comfortably, and more than comfortably, on the independent route, or they could get back on a label. And this point, why even get back on a label? Do your thing independently. However, you guys got to put in the work. Put out mixtapes when you got to. Put out all these promotional materials. Make sure the street teams are working. You got the internet, so you have a lot of fans who are basically your street team. You got to utilize them in the correct way. So what do you guys think about this? Allegedly, Chief Keef is signing to Savage Squad Records, or Fredo Santana would like that. I'm here to say that's not going to happen. However, it doesn't mean Chief Keef's finished, and it doesn't mean there isn't a future for what he want to do, and also what Fredo Santana along with him want to do. I mean, Fredo Santana, he just said basically a few weeks ago that he was going to go into fucking acting. So, whatever. Anyway, what do you guys think about this? Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like it. Definitely subscribe. It's your boy DJ Akademiks, man. It is the weekend, and I am listening to some Chief Keef. Get in the comment box. I'm out.